Listening to the Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, here we go again. Buckle up, rough roads ahead. Got a little crazy around here. So I kind of walked out front by the pavilion just to look around to make sure, those kids weren't there and that there was no signs that they were maybe in a room and something weird had happened. Because parents will sometimes leave their kids somewhere. And hang on, I got to fix my battery here. They're cursing me. They'll leave their kids with like even total strangers or semi-strangers and then take off because I'll get us a place to stay in a few days and they go off and party all weekend and then they, show up and take the kids and go somewhere and live in their car or whatever it is. So I kind of went up there and then, no good deed goes unpunished. So this woman that's up there, and I noticed nothing about her. I never paid attention to anybody here that close to see, what's your religious affiliation? Do you approve of me or you hate me? I mean, I know when you act like jerks because I don't drink beer all day or smoke pot or take fentanyl pills or something like that. I'm used to that. See, that's where the government forces me to stay and won't let me get in a place normal. That's fine. I'll go to hell for it. I show with the private sector criminal cronies. So I go up there and I just kind of look around just lightly real quick, just feeling it out. And one lady up there's like, have you seen anybody around? I mean, it starts out okay. She asks me, have you seen anybody around here that may have, vandalized that pentagram on my vehicle? And I'm like, no, not really. Only those, at night, sometimes the homeless people come through and, pretty much no. And she starts going off on this thing. And then she goes, I don't touch your stuff. So, leave mine alone. I'm like, what? Like, I give a shit about your pentagram. And anyway, if I was going to remove your pentagram, it wouldn't be sitting there. It wouldn't be scratched. I'd have took a razor blade, went and be off in about 5 seconds. I get one of those scrapers. That's it. But, so again, she started passive aggressing me. And I said, the only thing I can think of, like her original question, right? The only thing I can think of, that 1%er guy was here. And he was really against that kind of stuff. And he gets real drunk. And that's the only person I could think would do it. Somebody gets real drunk. She probably didn't appreciate that because they all sit out there and get drunk all day. And I'm probably the only one that does it in this place. I mean, the only one. Except for the people that work here. So then she just was nasty. Like somehow I had something to do with it because I have religious symbols on my vehicle. Because, they sit out there. Again, it's like I told you, the marijuana thing. If somebody smokes marijuana, they hate all law enforcement because they were anti-marijuana. So that's why I was saying make it legalized and do it the right way, and maybe that'll lessen, and probably did. Right. So I'm like, yeah, okay, right. So she still, like, when I tried to help her, she just wouldn't, give. She's just like, She had this shirt on. It has it's purple, and I didn't notice anything about it until she brought it up. Because I'm not like that. I really give a shit about your religious preference. All right, so she's got a shirt. It's purple, and it has Jesus on the cross. It says, Jesus may love you, but I don't. But she turns out, she's like a witch or something. And I'm like, so like even when I helped her and told her who probably did it, because that's the only person that got probably drunk enough, and the funny part of it is, she, even in the middle of it, she goes, yeah, that guy, we had to chase him out of my room. We had to do this. But she, like when she was done, it was still like, somehow I'm connected to this. But that's how they are when they sit around getting drunk and high all day. It's the guy that doesn't get drunk or high, right? Just like the cops. They're all crooked. It's the guy that's not crooked, right? Some planet, huh? That's why God's destroying it. Drudge is picking up with the destruction news. I might actually up him one day. He probably gets credit for me reading this stuff. I read it all the time, so he definitely gets that. Like whatever I look at, you get credit. Just so the planet will give you credit. Right. But Drudge got all the destruction news. So again, 120 degrees in Arizona. And they just raised all the prices went up in Arizona. People had to leave. It was so expensive. So again, a lot of these places where the Republicans were losing way, they pushed a lot of the Democratic Party people out. All right. That was the plan. That was the only thing that would probably save them. So, but I don't know, DeSantis in that ad, I got no idea who's advising him, but I mean, it's going to get him money. It's going to make some of those weirdos happy. Well, if they're real Christians, they wouldn't say it because they're afraid. They would be afraid of losing that soul. So they're not real Christians. They're just, the Sadducees, Pharisees, shepherds of Israel, and Ezekiel 34. That's who's actually destroyed my life. Pontius Pilate, Herod, the Sadducees, the Pharisees, shepherds of Israel, and Ezekiel 34, and Jeremiah, where God wants to destroy them. That's fine. The planet will be destroyed. Yeah, you'll live your lives, all of you, but I don't know what kind of consolation that is, You're all going to hell. My gosh. I did the switch-o change-o. So I just like, man, yeah, I'm gonna scratch up your pagan star. Yeah, so get me somewhere in life. For all she knows, it's the other people that are around her. She probably didn't like me saying about people getting drunk because her own friends would probably do it if they got, oh, that pick me. I'm getting shit-faced. Of course, it was Satan because I was looking around to make sure that the kids weren't in some room somewhere. Come up dead a month later. Right. Meanwhile, dad's strung out in Kansas City for the next month. I forgot my kids. I gotta go look for my kids. Yeah, quality people here in the metropolitan area. So I was reading about supposedly the first place that served hamburgers, like in Connecticut or something. I don't know, someplace like that. But then they said the guy that was the proprietor of the hamburger history said, well, it's a nice story, but I think it was invented years earlier. And apparently the hamburger in Germany, obviously, but it wasn't on a sandwich. It was just like, like a meatloaf or something. That's just different, of course. So they have it up at Yale or outside Yale or something. That sounds like a college food. It works, you know. A bloody burger. Yeah, I want a bloody burger. Make that bread red. I mean, come on. And like I guess they only cook it one way, and then they only put onion, tomato, or cheese on, which is fine. Right, but they say ketchup and mustard were invented condiments because meat used to go bad, so they would put that on there to help flavor it. I don't know, so they don't use that because the meat doesn't go bad. They say. They cook them in these little ovens, the original 1865 cast iron oven. Looks like it looks like something you get at a yard sale, you know. Yeah, really classy. A big chunk of cast iron. Well, if they cooked it through and through, or at least partially through and through, if you could say, "Hey, I want mine well done," or they cook them medium rare. Oh yeah, that's great. The only time we cooked it like that is when we couldn't get the barbecue going right. Not sure about the story about every room. I mean, every room might be taken, but there's nobody here living in them. I mean, that's for sure. How you doing?
Oh, hey, what's up?
He's still here. I want to tell him, hey, yeah, it's a pretty good deal here. Here with his girlfriend. He came in from California. He was going to move on to like Virginia eventually or something because there was some sort of deal he was going to work, but still here. I said, yeah, it's about the best day you're going to get around here. It's not perfect, but for the price, you ain't going to do any better. Right. If I was here with my girlfriend, I wouldn't stay long if I was here with my girlfriend. But if I was here with my girlfriend, because she'd figure it out. We both get out. Yeah, with two people, you can power out a lot easier. And they know that. I mean, when they deny all these relationships and this consortium in life, they know what they're doing in the metaphysical side of it also. Yeah, I kind of dialed back some of my caffeine, so I'm one of those. But I started moving forward with it. I said, nope, back again. So, kind of pushing myself right now. And I'm on a caffeine deficit. But if you stop for like a week or something, then, you just need a little bit to get forward. Right. Hopefully my plate comes soon. I don't know if I'm going to get my bonuses. I might get one, maybe not two. I got to call Office of Personnel Management because it looks like it's the same setup. As soon as my check comes, I go, oh, it's on the 1st at noon. That's when it hits. I mean, it's bullshit. They did it on purpose to try to deny me a $300 bank bonus. It could have cost me both of them, 2 $300 bank bonuses. Again, you're already paying for it. You're going to continue to pay all of you. Now we're sending cluster bombs. Because, see, that's how it works. They get so stupid and involved in Ukraine. Now they're going to send cluster bombs. Like I told you a long time ago, the best thing is let's settle it right now. Figure it out. Get some sort of commission in there that, says, investigates the Russian. You didn't investigate the Russian claims for real. That's real shitty. But again, look, the Supreme Court doesn't even investigate the case they hold. They didn't even know that it's a fake case. I mean, think about that. They sat on a fake case, went all the way up the chain. And nobody said, wait a minute, those people don't exist in this case. And they're going to let it sit, right? Well, the court would have came to the right decision, or the same decision, whether it was a real case or not. And that means what? The FBI should be investigating that immediately, and they should be charged. Perjury, false statements. They're going to try, well, the wires got crossed with the attorneys, and I didn't see the small print. And and here you come with your Narcan. Why do we need Narcan? That's my favorite. It's the truth, you know. So I got my walk on here. I'm actually moving with a little bit of maca. The ashwagandha, I bought the one that's combined with maca and a couple other things. That should pick me up a little bit. All right. So again, the reduction in caffeine might not matter as much. I got to lose weight. I got to keep walking. I used to use Sudafed in the summer because that's the only thing that really cleared my sinuses. But it's just too, you know, at my age, I'm not going to, that's like flirting with disaster. Too much of a, I used to use the real light one though. I didn't use like the full dose. I used like a, you know, in recent years, I used like the minimum dose. And I didn't even take the minimum dose. You know, you can take one every 4 hours or something. I take like 1 or 2 a day, and that was it. I'm trying to get my own natural energy back on. So I'm trying to figure out which battery. But I have one lithium ion, like about a 300 watt hour for my cameras in the van. But I want to have a second one. So I'm trying to figure out which one to buy. I like the one I purchased. It was an Energizer, but I've never seen such cheap USB ports in my life. And of course, one failed real fast. So I returned it, waiting for the refund on that. That's going to be nice because I already paid off the PayPal credit. And it's going to come back through PayPal. So I'm going to have like a balance or something on PayPal. So I have to figure out how to move that around and get that where I need it. I don't even know why I do PayPal. Well, I don't have to pay off for 6 months. Well, you don't have to pay your credit card off for like 9 months. Something always gets me in the mind. I need to pay it in like 2 weeks. I didn't get any points for it or anything. PayPal was great when it didn't hit your credit report. That was like genius. And then the day it started hitting your credit report, I was like, because you could carry a $2,000 a PayPal balance and it never hit your credit report. That was great. That's why most people used it, right? And they used to have a lot of 0% 24-month on eBay. I don't think I ever went 24 months, but you know, I may have went like 12 months. I mean, I had 24 months or whatever to pay. I don't even know if I went 12 months. I just pay it off as quick as I can sometimes. But it was great because it never was on your credit report, so it didn't affect anything on your credit. So you just be like floating with like a big balance. That's when I had like 820 as my credit score because I never had a balance. It was always over in PayPal. I'd pay my credit cards off all the time. Right. I wonder where everybody is. They're just like scattered one inside. Usually sit out drinking. I guess because it was like a July 4th week. They could be all broke. Drank all their money away already. I guess they're all the like informants, right? Sitting around getting shit faced. No, I'm not lying. I don't think they're informants. They're just kind of messed up. But I've been around the informants and they get drunk and high all the time. And of course, they go, well, they're allowed to get drunk. Well, not while they're doing what you're asking them to do. And marijuana is legal now. But it looks like it's fentanyl pills. And I gotta walk. I gotta keep walking. I gotta drop my weight. It'll drop, but it's gonna take a couple of months to get where I want, probably. If I was in Lathe, it'd be doing great. Because there's trees, so you just go in the trees and walk. It's not as hot, right? So you don't have to wait till the evening or the morning. I try to go out and take like a lap or two several times during the day. That's how I did it before. And then eventually you can drop the extra laps, but you'll end up walking longer and things like that and losing more weight. I probably only need massage to get back to some semblance of life. Although God's going to destroy all of you for taking the last 5 years the way you did. Let be the rest of the time, but the last 5 years you really picked up the pace. So why did we do that? Because you're devils, demons, antichrists, witches, and sorcerers, as well as felonious criminals that have engaged in and do engage in murder in the first degree. It's like a cult. It's sick. We're saving the world. Of course, they bring the fake church in. What's the fake church's part? They use their women to sexually bait men. I mean, that's real. And you got to understand, they'll use women, and then they'll bring the children around the person while they hide the women. That's really what they're doing. Cross-wiring people while they're torturing them and causing that hypnotic effect that I speak about. Children of the corn. It's the church these days. 100%. We're the partners. We're saving people. That's their salvation, the partners. All right, I want to do like a 30-minute here, and I don't know if I'll be back out later or not. My legs really did relax. That's the problem, is they get tight, relaxed. I still haven't gotten them relaxed enough to rebuild them back into, better than they are. I mean, they are better than they were. Had to have been drugging me. Had to have been. There's no doubt that I can't heal just by coming to Kansas. Like this much. And this fast as it happened. Because the allergies and the mold is horrible here. and the dust mites and it's kind of an aggravation that I can't get to the apartment to the point that I know I'm that close to a massage. All I have to do is get an apartment, put up my security cameras, tell the woman when she comes in, I got security cameras up for both our protections. The session will be recorded. Okay. Audio, video. 3 views. Front, back, and side. Maybe I'll do 4. Look, I just passed the license plate that says 438 Rub. And now I'm looking at massage over here, the sex parlor over here by Ron's Pub. They probably come out of Ron's Pub drunk and have sex. And the 438, they look at people from India. So they're sending me the queue. Inside India people. Oh, that line, it says rub. Just as I said something about that. And you don't know how many people, when I speak about it, they say that's, and I don't think they're joking. They say that's actually the massage parlor that I look for. I mean, they're sick, man. The way they enforce selectively based upon hating someone versus, being paid not to investigate certain people, that kind of thing. And that's why they're open. Like I tell them, I tell everybody, you know why it's open? I say it's open because when the criminal enterprise is being paid to take somebody out and they go in there, then they raid it. First, they try to get the person to be sexual. Right. Then they raid it with the person in there, whether they're guilty or not. And then they allege it, Right. Yeah, I didn't have trouble in Santa Fe. And you're not thinking. I snapped a massage place, and that looks kind of fishy. And next thing you know, they're trying to get me to have sex in Massage Envy, and then they cancel my membership and say I'm dangerous because I was speaking to other people about what they were doing, and it was never going to work, right? Had contemporaneous conversations with at least 3 different people. And I'm still not sure whether the boss was gay or not. He definitely was trying to hit on me. So again, you just go, well, which one is it more? It's all of the above. You use such pieces of shit that he would stop helping you if I were his gay boy toy. And you'd probably be happy with that. Just take pictures and films and send them to us. I mean, the government's a piece of shit, man. That'd be all the private sector corporate leaders and all of that, including your second coming of Trump. Well, every time I think like this place is going to fill up, like somebody pulled in earlier, and then they pulled out without getting a room. So I don't know. Somebody might have the rooms blocked off, but there's nobody living in the rooms. In order so I can't move to the next room over or 2 over. I'm not paranoid. I'll go in at a certain point and I'll ask them again. If they tell me that all the rooms are taken, so why are they vacant? I'm not here to play a game, Holden. I'm here to condemn you for the devils that you all actually are. What's this person sitting in her car with the headlights on for? It looks like a California plate. Right. Well, I know. I could be sitting there jerking off. Dreaming of my derriere or something. Or waiting for somebody's kid to come out and go to the ice machine or whatever it is. Candy machine, because he is over by the candy machine. Probably doing all that. Probably on top of that is a paid informant. Smoking marijuana paid for by the government. Somebody's getting worried now. Does he work right? Should have more energy to do this when I speak about all of you. See, I just got a burst of energy. Probably because you're downing me. So when I speak about you, then your power goes down and your blocks on my life. Like I said, I don't mind living here a few months, but when I try to move out, I'm supposed to be able to move out. There's no question, all of you. There's no questions. No, damage is done. You'll go to fucking hell for it. I don't give a shit. You can wow all you like or make excuses all you like. It's not going to get you anywhere. 59 years old and they're still doing it. Started at least when I was 28. Maybe sooner or earlier. Well, I was only, we were, they know how it works. They know it's criminal enterprise. That's why they're so driven to hide it. No, there's no errors you made. You all had intention of engaging in crime, and you all engaged in crime. It's called criminal intention. Wow, a lot of people pulled out today. Maybe they're out drinking or something. Actually, I did run around. I know that's the other group, I think. I don't know. I don't know. That guy sitting over there in his car is kind of scary. His headlights are on the vending machine room door. Might be the Ether Bunny. You have any Ether Bunny cases? Ooh, the car beeped when I said Ether Bunny. Maybe ones you don't know about. That's the scary one. That's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go rent a room from somebody. Be the Ether Bunny. I'll never get out of there. The guy that was living here, he's like, I can't afford to live anywhere else. He's a felon, and he's like, I can't get a room, or I can't get an apartment. So he went and lived with some guy for like $300 a month. I think he's got a gun though. Wait, he's not supposed to have one. Oh yeah. Great exercise walking. These Avia cheapo bobos were made for walking. I might change shoes soon. I have one more pair of these left in storage. My battery just dropped, but at least this time it doesn't get all disconnected. Make sure that Velcro sticks. Where is everybody? This is weird. Nobody out. I had too much drinking. Do the 4th and all that. Hey, we have a new setup in the grocery store, which is great. They did it all. They redid it and did a bunch of self checkout. I don't even think there's any. You might have one that you could go to if you wanted to be checked out, but it's all self checkout. It's like so fast, where it's like in and out. It's great. Over on what is that road? 75th or something. Ranger Road. Some great stuff. So we have a couple days of cooler weather, and then it's going to get warmer. So it's pretty good. At least we have a few days of reprieve. Just a little humid. I feel like I'm swimming in a pool. I've been in like some of the driest places on earth the last so many years, like 10 years. Even longer than that. It got a little humid in Tyler, but Oklahoma, New Mexico, Amarillo. Plus running my dehumidifier all the time. I got it in there. It feels comfortable. If I shut the door, turn the air purifier on, turn the air purifier, the dehumidifier, which has an air filter on it. I customized it for a large air filter. And just to put the AC on, it feels great in there. It like turns into a whole different world because it clears all the allergen out. And the humidity's like gone. It's like 40%. So that's nice. There's like no cars here. How the hell do they have every room rented out? There's like no cars there. I mean, some may be out drinking, but that doesn't look like it. All right, stay peaceful. Praise God.